Hey guys, welcome back to some more AFK Arena. Happy New Year, guys. It is 2023. So we know from the letter from Don, this is going to be a huge year for AFK Arena. A lot of changes that are coming, a lot of changes with the Beast Resonance, which are going to be cool. Everything's going to be up on Tuesday, including Mulan. I know if you're looking free to play, you're going to have to do the exchange for her. But overall, guys, we have a lot that is coming and a lot that is going to come to the channel. What's going on? Yalu is here. Quite a few viewers already in here for the live stream. Again, Happy New Year. It is awesome to be back, guys, in this new year. Mickey is here too. I was just checking it out. Mickey, you're actually right here, so you're just slightly ahead of us. We have a couple more stages to go through. Same with Sono Rez. Very, very close. We are getting there. So first of all, guys, I wanted to know, what are your resolutions? So as we know, traditionally, January 1st, a lot of players do make resolutions. A lot of people do make New Year's resolutions. So we're going to go through here, kind of a relaxed, chill stream. Hopefully we can make some more progression. One thing I did want to go through, we're going to do some summons. Out of the mailbox, guys, looking here, leaderboard, this is one of the big reasons why I do push within the treasure scramble. We get cards out of here. We get a lot of rewards out of here, including baits. Now, baits, of course, for the beast, with the resonating crystal or the beast resonance that is coming. This is going to be huge, guys, to do more of the summons. And I know overall, this is something that I feel a lot of players do kind of ignore when it comes to making progression. Same with the Twisted Realm, 1174, so did pretty good in there. It was the double loot event, so we did get quite a bit of loot in there, which again is awesome. Making sure you're merking heroes, make sure you're borrowing heroes, make sure you're staying up and updating your teams within both the Treasure Scramble and within the Twisted Realm, guys. It is very cool. All right, so there's our loot, guys. Again, a lot of loot out of there. We did get some promotion codes. If you guys know that Don 2023, that code is up. I used the red chest. I got a copy of Palmer. Big reason for that, guys, is now we can actually engrave Palmer. Palmer's plus 30 engraving is pretty good, which works incredibly well. Now, something else, as you can see, guys, I have 25,000 diamonds. The way that I got those diamonds, and if you remember from our last stream, I was just over floor 1,000 in the King's Tower. I am 1,147 floors, guys. I went up about 130 floors over the past 2 days in the King's Tower, which is incredible. Made an incredible amount of progression. Celestial Tower went up a little bit in there. Even the Infernal Fortress went up a little bit. The World Tree and the Forsaken Necropolis, I am struggling with both of those very, very bad. I feel like with the World Tree, I need Iran built, and down here, I need Treznar built between both of these. Again, it has been a really strong, hard struggle with both of those. And then, of course, the Celestial Sanctum, not having the Awakened version of Taline available, again, makes it really hard. I've went through formations without her, and it's been okay. I make 1 or 2 floor progressions every single week, which of course goes back to how many time emblems we get. Already at 31, guys, and that is in a course of a week. We got 31 time emblems now, buying them every single day. I do get the bonus out of the deluxe card, which means we should have 14. The rest of those came out of farming towers, guys. It is huge. It is absolutely huge. I'm going in there. Any idea what if we get access to training for Beast Resonance? It'll be Tuesday. Yeah, Treznar is a beast. He is one major that I need to absolutely build. Yes, the Beast Resonance will be up on Tuesday, guys, which means you're going to have the crystal in here. So looking at my account here, first level we're going to is level 6 with 3 beasts, which means I do need 1 more level on the owl, but that will be essentially my level 6 beasts. So I'll have 4 level 6 beasts, which will take, of course, that means both the Rock Lizard, Polar Beast, Feline, and Belbello will all go towards level 6, which is awesome because, of course, that is their second ability right here, making them very powerful. And then just continuing, because I'm actually going to get a credit. They'll actually give me spices back for all the other levels that I've added to these beasts to actually use right over here, which, again, very cool. Now, one thing to note with the Beast Resonance, like you've seen in the video, you have to have them unlocked. You absolutely have to have the beast unlocked, or they're not going to be able to resonate. So right now we don't have Talisman. you are not going to be able to utilize Talisman when he comes out unless you save 1 spice to go ahead and summon him and then getting him back. What's going on, Ben? Happy New Year. What beasts are the best? So overall, guys, the best beast right now, the Winged Lion, absolutely, followed by the Owl, I would say would be 2 of the strongest. And then, of course, Blade Ridge. Big reason for Blade Ridge, guys, is if you're running a 5-man formation that only has 1 primary damage dealer, Blade Ridge will actually make that primary damage dealer a lot stronger, which is the reason why he is so strong. And that's really, so when you're looking at the beast, guys, when you get to the resonance level, it doesn't really matter which ones are really the strongest because you'll have them all at level 6, which is awesome. Yeah, Treznar is absolutely, guys, he is a hero. Again, a couple heroes that I want to build this year that I know with new heroes coming out, but a couple heroes that I feel like I kind of overlooked is one, Orin. Now, he is in an incredible amount of formations. He is actually one of the driving forces within PvP. He does really well, but within the Wilder Tower, he does exceptionally well. And then even here, guys, is Treznar. Treznar, of course, guys, has to be built out. It has to be a pretty good investment in Treznar. But overall, he works incredibly, incredibly well. And again, both in PvP, actually used in some, I believe, some Cursed Realm formations as well, but also used within the tower itself. And then the Lightbearer Tower is Thane. The original version of Thane, guys, is carrying the 3rd team, which is kind of incredible to see. But since I do not have him built, and he is another one that has to be built up very high because of the damage that he gets right here with his plus 60 engraving. Also with the furniture, allows him to really amplify the damage. When it comes to the Maulers, I feel like I'm pretty solid with the Maulers. We have a majority of the ones that we need built, including Granite. Salakai could definitely use some more levels. But again, we have a few that are built. And then, of course, the Awakened version of Taylene. What's going on, William? Happy New Year, guys. Jaffa is here as well. All right, so let's do some summons in here, guys. Again, we know Mulan is coming pretty soon, which is going to be cool. I'll go shoot through my friends list in a little bit. I don't think there's anyone that has passed our 2-day mark, guys, which unfortunately 2 days right there, guys. So we all know when it comes to this, guys, it is first come, first serve when we delete someone on here. So there is 1 slot available. I get messages for this every time. And go Koi, look at that, a brand new subscriber to the channel, guys. That is 1 closer to our 30,000 mark. We are getting close. Could you recommend priorities of engraving 60 for PvE? Really the big ones to engrave for PvE, Scarlet works incredibly well. Any of the Awakened heroes, guys, just because you're going to be unlocking additional skills and abilities. So right there, you kind of have, well, everybody except Aziz. You have 5 really easy to build. Lucretia still building out. Ainz I would still build out, again, just because of the utility that we have in there. Even like Taylene works incredibly well. Halos, incredibly well. They're heroes that you have to have built. Rez you have to have built. Scarlet you have to have built. There's a lot. There is a ton in there. I got a question. Would you mind giving us an idea how to set up our teams for every faction? Because I'm struggling to see what could be the best combination. Do you mean in the tower, Alexander? Let me know. Let me know if you mean the tower. What's going on? Carol and Michael are here as well. Happy New Year, guys. It is 2023 already. Let's go ahead. We're going to pick up our loot before we do our summons. Monthly card, deluxe monthly card. Really the 2 things that I primarily buy. Wish boxes are up, guys. Make sure you get your free wish boxes out of there. Then, of course, in the Noble Society, I buy the 2 more, which is Champions of Esprit. I picked this one up. Twisted Bounties. We picked this one up as well. Riga Rewards, I do not, just because I don't have a huge focus on building the heroes and the probability of actually pulling some of the more rare heroes out of these stones. Not very likely. There's not a very big likeliness out of there. Sent a friend. Let's see, guys. Again, I do this first come, first serve. I just accept because look at that. We get a ton in here, guys. There we go. So I'm going to accept. And we do this every single time, guys. Anything. So it looks like maybe Ghost got in. I think Ghost got in. Every time that someone is at 2 days, guys, we go ahead. We drop them out of the friends list. And then we go from there. I haven't played this account yet today to really go through. Labyrinth team still doing incredibly well. Let's get into the summons, guys. I'm hoping fingers crossed that we can pull some copies of Taylene. We need 2 more to get her up to, I believe, Mythic. I believe it's Mythic Plus at this point for the Awakened version of Taylene. We'll see if the luck is going to continue in here, guys. I'm going to get some more engraving mats. The emblem choice chest, this just really stockpiles emblems in there, but loot we need out of here. And we have a lot that is coming, guys. There's a lot that is coming up. On the test server, it is all coming tonight. All of the holiday, New Year's events are going to be coming up on the test server tonight. So it's going to be interesting to see exactly what we have. I went to MSU, but I'm stuck. But it sucks. Yeah, I know, William. I seen that. I was watching the news highlights yesterday in the MSU game. Second time they've gotten to, I believe, like the 14th game and just lost. It's not too pretty. Talking about the faction tower. So faction tower, guys, we'll run through it really quick. If you're in single mode, Scarlet, absolutely you want to build out Scarlet single mode. If you don't have the Awakened version of Thane, even if you have the Awakened version of Thane not quite built, he will carry you for an incredible amount of time. But those are the 2 primary ones that you want to build. Now looking here, guys, again, Brutus, if you don't have Brutus, I like Kren and Honesta just because I'm seeing a lot more utility out of Honesta. They, again, will work incredibly well together. Solus, of course, in here, then Raku, then Mishka. Again, very, very strong. We actually got Iran to a plus 30 engraving yesterday, trying to help with the tower, trying to make more progression in there. But overall, those first 3 will do incredibly well. And then in here, guys, Oden and then Silas, honestly, with Grez, will do very well within the tower. Some crowd control if you have Pharrell. Again, even if you have Pharrell not quite as built, he will do incredibly well. If you have Treznar, if you have Fane, even if you have the Awakened version of Baden, guys, they will crush the tower when you start getting into 1 teams, when you start getting into multiple teams. A lot of the issue kind of comes with not having the tanks or not having the damage. It's going to be one or the other. That is why I need to build up Orin, is I don't have the damage right now in the Wilder Tower. 2 teams, very solid, can make it through easy. 3rd team, a lot of a struggle, even with the heroes that we have. Who would I engrave to 60 after Mishka, Ainz, Oden, Grez, Scarlet, and Halos? To 60, do you have Lucretia? You probably have Lucretia. I didn't see it. How high should you build Alna? Alna needs, really the only thing Alna needs, guys, is the plus 20 signature item. Plus 30 does work well. Plus 30, but she needs furniture. 100%, guys, this is the driving force for Alna, guys. You have to have the 9 of 9 furniture in here. Engraving, Alna doesn't need. I know it's a little bit of a dodge debuff, but overall, Alna doesn't need engraving, guys. Doesn't need the 30, doesn't need the 60. There is not a big reason to really push her up this high, especially because short of the campaign, we haven't really seen much utilization for her. Honesta, E60, yes. Honesta, E60, absolutely, because of the damage reduction. This is pretty big. Each stack reduces the amount of damage Honesta receives by 20%, and she recovers 60% of her attack rating. It is huge because of the damage mitigation. And thank you, Ben. Look at that, a member for 14 months, another member of the channel. Thank you for all the love and support. Thank you. I know I felt like I was going to sneeze, and then it kind of went away. Lucretia is already 60. So who did we have? Ainz, Oden, Scarlet, Grez. Honestly, I would go with some of your damage dealers. Someone like Raku. Raku will do incredibly well with the plus 60. You're not really looking so much for the damage, but you're looking to add the stats. That is really the big thing, is the stats. Even looking at a hero like Peanut, big thing with this is not only the damage mitigation, but again, the stats. In a lot of AFK Arena, a star is actually the primary damage dealer in a lot of the Cursed Realm comps. Also see her do a lot of damage in different formations, not only support, not only mitigation. And also one of the other big ones, guys, is the original version of Taylene. I keep having to build her higher and higher to offset the power creep that we see. That way she can run with Orthos, and it works incredibly well. The Silas, I probably wouldn't do Silas to plus 30, and I haven't. The extra healing is okay, but the big thing with him, guys, is even if you get the extra, what is it, like 5% healing or 10% healing, it's not going to be enough to kind of mitigate the retries. So, you know, mainly when Silas is run, he is run usually in the campaign if you're still running him in there, sometimes in the cursed realm. But again, those are game modes that you can continue to retry that are not really going to make a difference. Again, I wouldn't put probably plus 30 or 60 on him unless you have a lot of those built. What do I think of the new Celestial? So the new Celestial overall, guys, has been in a lot of game modes, guys. If you guys have seen Cursed Realm, he is being utilized in these formations. He is being utilized right there. He is, guys, 21.51 billion damage from the trial version of the new Hero V. Again, working incredibly well. PvP, absolutely. Treasure Scramble, absolutely. Cursed Realm, absolutely. He has a lot of utility. Now, with that being said, the new hero does need a lot of built out. So he does have to be built. Signature item, furniture, engraving, attack buff. This is the big reason, guys. In a lot of formations, he is buffing up the attack. He has some survivability. He has mitigation, which is the reason why he is doing not only a lot of damage, but PvP, he works incredibly well. Again, Treasure Scramble, he is being used a lot of different places. What's going on, Billy? Hello from Greece. Happy New Year to you as well. Should I engrave Kren or the Awakened Solus first? The Awakened version of Solus. The big reason for that is if you don't have the Awakened heroes built, you're missing a majority of their abilities. So with the Awakened heroes, guys, you do have to have them built out and engraved because this is what unlocks their abilities. If not, you're missing a big part of the toolkit. Not only, you know, not having the skills and abilities, but you're also missing the stats. Base Awakened Solus will do well with the healing aspect, but she won't do any damage. When you build her out a little bit further, you'll start seeing the damage that she does because of the stats that you're doing, putting behind there. All right, guys, let's do some summons in here. We got, what, 10 right here. I'm going to go with furniture. There's a couple of heroes that I want to continue building out with furniture, guys. So another 2,000 furniture in there. And look at these, guys. 63 rare stones. This is out of farming the King's Tower. Like I said earlier, guys, we farmed a ton of the King's Tower, which was awesome to see. And then we have 7 stones here. Again, King's Tower farming. I have neglected it from a long time coming. So we have 7 more stones. And those are all over the last week, guys. There is Taylene. Look at that. Taylene, Zafriel, and Palmer, all which we can use. Fane, I believe we can use as well. That is an amazing pull. What's going on, Peter? Oren, yeah, that's my thought, Trisha, is I've neglected Oren for a long time. And I'm super happy now that I can kind of focus on building that. But look at that pull, guys. From Elite Stones, double Celestial Heroes, which could add some more stars on there, which is going to be cool to see. I definitely want to add some more stars on there. That is a very, very good pull. Should I make? Yes. Oren, you requires the full build, guys. I feel like Lilith has really gotten a lot smarter with the heroes to really require furniture and signature items and engraving on a majority of them is kind of what we're seeing right now. So Temple of Ascension, let's go ahead and get all of these copies in. And that looks like it takes Fane to 5 stars, guys. Streamer luck, I know I probably just used a majority of it for now, but that will take Palmer up to 1 star, which means engraving for him, the plus 30 engraving on him is pretty good. And then we also do have, boom, that takes Fane to 5 stars. So Fane is done at 5 stars. I have 2 left, guys. We only have 2 left in there. Yes, Palmer has gone to the meta formations, guys. Even a lot of the Cursed Realm, Twisted Realm. Yes, Palmer is absolutely there, guys. We have seen a ton of him being utilized. Look at that. We only have Kayleen in there. A couple more Wilders, including Palmer. We have Salakai right here, and then Palmer right there. Or yeah, so we got Iran, we got Oku, which again doesn't really see that much use. Nevi, and then we have a star in there for our regular summons. Hoping we can pull some luck, guys. We could do 1 summon here, which is easy. Again, hoping to get some more copies. and we're short on our regular summon there. Again, it hasn't been too long since we've done the stream. 3 days on that, but we do have 47 scrolls out of there. Yeah, Palmer, that's what has kind of happened, Andrew, is Palmer's made his way into a lot of meta formations because not only does he have the energy regeneration, but Palmer also does a lot of buffing, where Rowan does the energy survivability. Palmer brings a lot of the damage amplification factor, which of course Twisted Realm, Cursed Realm is absolutely used, which there is a copy of Salakai. Very nice. We need some more copies of him to continue building him out. Some more scrolls. Stargazer, we're going to continue for Kanisa and Rook. And then, of course, the Temple. Is the new Celestial used anywhere? Yes, Sank. The new Celestial is used just about everywhere. Again, Cursed Realm, PvP, the Tower, absolutely. I'm thinking today or tomorrow, Trisha, is what I was thinking for the AFK 2023. Not sure. Now, rumor is that it's going to be a Celestial or a Hypogean chest. I don't believe it yet, but Lilith did give us one before, which was cool. I know they just gave us the regular chest with the 4 faction heroes, so it would be cool. AFK 2023 still needs to be used. All right, come on. We need some resources or we need some diamonds. Need some copies. 1, 2, 3. It looks like no more copies, guys. So 3 or 30, essentially 30 summons closer to getting another copy because we still need 2 to Mythic and then another 3 to kind of build out from there. Unfortunately, no copies of there. Let's see what we can do with Kanisa and Rook. 33, and then we have, what, 5 more summons, so we should be able to pull a couple more guys. Now, one thing about Kanisa and Rook that I'm noticing is even having them just at Mythic, and there we go, guys, there is a copy. They're doing incredibly well. They are doing very, very well within the Hypogean Tower. Again, not even really being built. They are performing incredibly well. Survivability is absolutely there for Kanisa and Rook. I can't imagine having them built out in just how strong they're going to be. So again, nothing with there. There we go, guys. Got our second copy. I was hoping we'd get one, and there we go. Using a couple more of these cards. And again, getting a lot more resources in here, which is awesome. That is awesome to get 2 more copies, because that will actually take Kanisa and Rook to Mythic Plus. And then we have a ton of food in there to recycle. But again, I'm very, very impressed with Kanisa and Rook and how incredibly well they're doing within the tower. Even having them built out again, I got some tier 3 gear on there. Also built out signature item just a little bit, because Kanisa, we're focusing on Kanisa and Rook, and then we're also focusing on the awakened version of Taylene. So I'm hoping, again, we're going to continue building him out. Not sure. Yep, we do have enough for 1 more level. We're getting there. Going to the plus 30 in there. Yeah, he is also used in a lot of the Cursed Realm. I'm seeing the Awakened. Yes, Peter, that is spot on. The Awakened version of Heroes, Awakened Baden, is making himself into... is making his way into a lot of different formations. We have seen absolutely a lot of heroes, the Awakened heroes built out. What is the optimal investment for the Awakened version of Thane? Completely built out. Just like we see with most of the other heroes, guys, the more you invest in the Awakened heroes, all but the Awakened version of Aziz, the better that they do, the better they perform. If you're not building them out, you're missing a lot of their skills and abilities, which can be very detrimental, because you're not only missing the stats of building them up and building them out, but 30960 for all the Awakened heroes, again, except the Awakened version of Aziz. There's no reason to build them out, which I did. I wish I built Taylene instead of him. I would be doing I'd be doing a lot better. When did the game update? So the update, the actual patch update, Mohammed, will be up on Tuesday. Besides Mishka, who is a good Wilder tank, there's really 2 different ways. Oku is a pretty good Wilder tank if you do have him built out. The other one, players will cheese Nomura for the 9 of 9 furniture with the Beguile ability. But, I mean, Gorvo still does well. Fundamentally, if you're running Gorvo in the Wilder Tower, he still does have shielding. He still does have a considerable amount of survivability. Plus, he has crowd control, guys, when you get to a point of AFK Arena, a lot of it is about the crowd control aspect. It's not so much about, you know, the damage. It is about being able to lock down the heroes, which is the reason why crowd control really wins AFK Arena once you get to a certain point. Now, for the furniture we have to pay attention, guys. We have 1, 2, 3. We have 3 for Kanisa and Rook, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We already have 6 for the Awakened version of Tailene, which was awesome. Which one would be a smart choice, the new Celestial or Kanisa and Rook? That is pretty tough, Alexander, because both of them are being used. You're not going to go wrong for either one. Personally, I would probably build out the new Celestial hero just because of the Celestial Tower and the inability to really make progression in there. I feel like the Mahira comp still does well. The Lucretia comp still does well. Again, I would probably go with the new Celestial over Kanisa and Rook, just for the simple fact, the Celestial Tower. The Celestial Tower does still kind of slack or lack the ability to really drive through there with the heroes that we currently have. Is Oku useful? No, not really. We see him again as a tank tower when you start getting into 2 teams, when you start getting into 3 teams. It's really tough because you need a tank that can actually be there. But overall, yeah, the tower is where you're seeing him. He was in PvP for a little bit, but not really. Who to stargaze for, Zafriel or the new Celestial? I would go for the new Celestial. I would go for the new Chad, just because, again, his utility is very high, guys. And here, again, Kanisa and Rook, we have 3, we have 6 already there. Salakai is in here as well. I'm hoping with some of these furniture summons, guys, that we can pull a couple more mythic pieces. There is one, which is Nevi. Nevi, again, used in the Cursed Realm, Twisted Realm. Like I said, with a lot of the relatively newer heroes, they're building them out. There's Palmer, there's Valoris. It seems like they just require such a high investment with all of the new heroes. So 1 card on the table. I don't think we're close enough to finish anyone out as of right now. But that is adding a couple more, guys. That gives our 3 of 9 for Valoris. That even gives 3 of 9 to Nevi. And then that gives us, what, 7 of 9 for Palmer. Palmer's 9 of 9 furniture, very strong, guys. Definitely want to build that out. So we have 7 there, and he is our highest built. We'll go ahead, we'll do some recycle. I think we got, nope, not enough for another summon. I'm going to save the 1 card on the table. I'm going to see when someone gets to 8 of 8 because I can drop out Palmer. We're going to have to get someone done because we have the new Dimensional Hero coming. Does Mahira have to be E60? No, not at all. Yellow. I do not even have Mahira engraved at all to perform well. She just has to be built up a little bit. I don't even have the 9 of 9 furniture. I don't even have her engraved at all. She will still work incredibly well. What if you put a video about each hero in each category, the best hero in each category? Yeah, we could do that. We could definitely do that. Sweet, thank you. I'll work on the turtle. Yeah, work on the turtle. The turtle's easy to build. That's the big thing, guys, with the primary 4 factions. Again, Gorvo works fundamentally. He works pretty well, especially if you're lacking the tanking ability within a tower. He will work incredibly well. What is my favorite hero? Yep, favorite hero, guys, even going into 2023, is still our little Rowan. I still love the build on him. I love the design of him. He's been very, very cool. So advanced ship, Palmer, we get a little bit more. 6,000 more Pro Coins. That is awesome. Salakai, again, we need to build him out a little bit more. Vithiel, we haven't built him out. Even Belbello and the Owl. The Owl, we need, I think, 1 more copy of the Owl. Which, let me do 1 more copy in there. Again, because we know that is coming, I think I have 1 here. I want 1 copy of the Owl, which will take our Owl up to 6. There we go, guys. We have level 6, level 6, level 8, level 10. So that'll be the 4 to unlock the rest of the crew up to level 6. So we'll have everybody at level 6, which, again, is going to save an insane amount of beast food because they're all going to be at 6, which is awesome. Is it worth stargazing for the new Chad and alt? Got almost 200k diamonds. Honestly, yes. The new Celestial hero, we're seeing a lot of different places. which is very cool. Can Silas inject himself with his ult? No, he cannot. No, Silas will not inject himself. He actually will inject someone else. Even with the 9 of 9 furniture, I believe it goes to the back line as well, the ranged allies, but he will not inject himself. He doesn't have the immunity, which is the problem early game. So if you're looking at a hero like Silas early game, works incredibly well. When can we place 3 teams as defense focus? You have to be on 8. So we'll take a look at the Temporal Rift right now, guys. We're still stuck at floor 150. This is where we're stuck because, again, we don't have the other team. We don't have this third team. So we're trying to fill 3 slots, essentially, with 2 teams, which can be done if you have the Awakened version of Baden. It can be done. It's a little hard to do, but you can see right here, Fountain of Time. Boom, we're on level 7. Level 8 is the point where right here, number of heroes available to fight, 15. So we have 1 more level. Once we get to level 8, we'll be able to actually put our next 5 slots in, meaning the Temporal Rift we can make a lot more progression in because of the heroes that we can put in there. We have been just waiting. Palmer or Iran to plus 30. I would do Iran. I would do Orin, absolutely, just because the fact that Palmer doesn't need the plus 30 SI. The cow plus 20 will work on Palmer. There's not a big drive for the plus 30. Does Geralt see any use? Geralt, not really. So I built him out, guys, because I absolutely love The Witcher. I haven't used him for, I don't think, anything in, I couldn't even tell you when is the last time that I used The Witcher. He just kind of sits and chills. I'm waiting for a place where he's used, whether it's the Cursed Realm, Twisted Realm, anything of that nature, because I did invest in him. Again, don't really see that there is really much of a use for him. Yeah, we can do 2 more pulls. 2 more furniture pulls out of there, guys, which is kind of crazy to see. I love getting the furniture bonuses, the free loot that you get out of there with the furniture pulls. And we're almost to another red card, which could essentially build out Palmer if we get Treznar. Again, Treznar, I got to build, guys. Orin, I have to build. They are 2 heroes, without a doubt, absolutely, that we need to build out for the simple fact of the tower progression. And there's the 3 of 9 finally on Treznar. I feel like he is one that I am so far behind on that it's kind of crazy. And we're a little bit short of the 10 pull to finish out Palmer, but we'll get there. Again, we're going to have to save some of our resources because of the new heroes that are coming. We know Mulan is going to be here in just a couple days, which means we're going to have furniture in there. 120, 130, 140. And again, the tower I've been pushing, guys, like crazy. What's going on, Winnie? Happy New Year. Optimal for Palmer. Palmer needs the 20930. So actually right here, this is not a huge one, which again, the optimal build is fully built, of course, Alfredas, but the actual build, the minimum build is a plus 20. 9 of 9 furniture on him does incredibly well. When he uses his ultimate ability, the Sacred Scripture will be cast, and then the plus 30 engraving. This is the one that, of course, is going to boost up their attack rating. So this is the 100% of Palmer's attack rating and adds 1 stack of faith. The stack of faith with this ability will actually give more attack, more defense. So 20930 is ideal for Palmer. Yep, 20930, just what Peter said. Finish Palmer 9 of 9. Congrats, Major. That is awesome. Geralt using the Temple Rift. Yeah, so Geralt is kind of a fill-in for the Temple Rift, like what Lance said. And I really feel that is if you do not have the Awakened Heroes. The Awakened Heroes are honestly the primary driving force of the Rift. Geralt can be used in there, but a lot of it, Geralt is used depending on the fight that you're in there. So he can be used if you're fighting the Greyborn heroes, if you're fighting the Hypogean heroes. Works really well when you're fighting Thorin, but overall, he is kind of a fill-in. No, you have your last 30K. Oh, I have my last Poke Coins? I didn't have enough Poke Coins. Oh, I do. That's right, because I just got the rewards. That means we can date Palmer to the 9 of 9. I wasn't even paying attention to the weekly rewards. There's our 2 cards, guys. Again, we're gonna drop in. I'm gonna finish out Palmer. Good catch, guys. Good catch. Where is Palmer? There he is, guys. Now, of course, Palmer being used, Cursed Realm, guys, absolutely. Even being used within the Temple Rift. Boom. There he is. So 309, and I don't have the engraving. I'm saving the mats right now. The big thing with the engraving, guys, is we have Kanisa and Rook, and we have the Awakened version of Taylene, which is the reason why I've literally just been sitting on some engraving mats to take them to the plus 30. I definitely want to. What do I think about Milan? Similar to Treznar. Yeah, Mulan, I'm sure, again, Temple Rift, Cursed Realm is going to be a build in there. It seems like her damage is pretty high. I feel like if you have some solid support behind Mulan, she is going to work incredibly well. And a lot of players are saying that in comparison to Queen and Mulan, the 5-pole, things of that nature, it will work incredibly well because she's bringing more to the table. She's bringing more than what Queen actually has for the buffs. What's going on? Slim Killa and Chaotic here. In the Sheep Girl Twisted Realm, did Palmer got replaced? Oh, in the Dark Namora, Peter? I think that's the Sheep Girl. All right, so let's drop Palmer out. And I'm not going to put anyone in here because, again, we're going to wait till Tuesday for Mulan, and I'm not doing any summons. It'll just randomly pull anything in here. But again, I'm not doing 0 pulls. We're going to save all of our pull coins until we can build up and get Mulan. So essentially, we need Mulan. We need, again, Kanisa and Rook. And again, we need the Awakened version of Taylene. Gonna take a little bit to build all of them out. Even with new heroes coming, with new beasts coming, everything else, it is just going to take a while. Guys, it's going to take a while. When I finally start building Queen more, yeah, Queen fundamentally will still work. Is there a chance to Dimensional Heroes getting awakened? There could be. We could see an awakened Dimensional Hero. Now, originally Lilith said no. The big thing is, guys, when you run through the list of the Dimensional Heroes, we cannot use anyone who is a crossover. So crossovers are for a limited time. So even looking like Ainz and Albedo, you cannot use. Geralt and Yennefer, you cannot use. Even Joker Queen, you cannot use. Ezio, you can't use. Prince of Persia, you can't use. Nakaruru, you can't use. Any of the crossover heroes you cannot use because of their exclusivity is the reason why they're not going to rework and you can't actually change them due to the contracting issues. I just started saving everything from today, January 1st, 2024. Wish me luck. Wish we'd like to do honors. Oh, definitely. Right on. Saving everything for an entire year to see exactly where you get. There's a lot, guys. Like they said, there's a lot of updates. There's a lot of changes that are coming to AFK Arena this year, which is going to be very cool to see. So B Squad, we finally finished everything out. Big thing with this one, guys, you only needed to build 3 pets. That is fundamentally what we missed kind of from the beginning, is you only need to build 3 pets to level 6 to actually finish this. If you built a bunch of different pets, if you fundamentally, again, built all of these different pets in, it's going to be a struggle unless you have massive participation from your guild. Now, one thing, guys, I'm thinking with the Awakened version of Taylene and Kanisa and Rook, I think there's still a good pack in here. Right here, guys. I think I'm going to pick this up to do a couple more summons. This is the pay-to-win account, guys. We've been doing this for quite a while, and I want to pick up this. I want to get some more copies of Taylene. Want to get some more copies of Kanisa and Rook. And again, because we know the new hero is coming in and the Rift is up, guys, the continuum points are going to give us a little bit of a boost in here, which is awesome. I think Mulan is a combination of, yeah, Treznar and Estrilda. And that's another thing, guys, is they have said that Mulan is going to replace Estrilda. Again, similar to the buffs. It's going to be interesting to see exactly what we get with Mulan out of there. So again, guys, 60 cards, got a couple diamonds in there, 60 here. We need 2 copies. We need 2 copies is what we're hoping. Technically free to play, get almost 1 million diamonds a year. Yeah, if you total them up, a lot of players don't realize the amount of stuff you get in this game, guys. If you have played other titles, if you've played other gacha games, AFK games, whatever, this game is super super generous when it comes to the actual building of heroes. And again, it's not something to kind of be taken lightly, but if you're going to be pay to win, if you're going to put a lot of money into this game, of course you're going to be the top 1%. Even just putting a little bit, I limit what I put in here to roughly $100 a month is where I kind of budget for, which means what I put in here, I'm still in the top, probably 10 to 20%, which is kind of crazy to see, but I'm hoping 2 copies of Taylene, guys. That is what we're looking for out of here. Let's see if we can get the streamer luck in here. And there is one, guys. There we go. There's one closer. We need one more with the cards we got, which will give us Mythic Plus. We're almost there, guys. And this just gives us, again, a little bit of a boost to building out these heroes and building them out just a little bit faster. And there it is, guys. Boom. There's our 3rd copy. We got him with the 60 cards, which is awesome. So that will take it to Mythic Plus. Also, Kanisa and Rook, we have, what, 6? We have 7 full pulls in here. Let's hope for diamonds. I didn't know that. I spent 2... Oh, yeah. Do you think there will be synergy between Mulan and Respin? There could be. It's going to be interesting to see exactly where Mulan falls in. But overall, guys, looking at our toolkit, Mulan is going to be there. Mulan is absolutely going to be there. But you can't use that to build the Awakened Heroes. That's the current Bane. Yeah, the diamonds, that's kind of the problem, Vmos. And we don't know if they're going to adjust that. We've actually talked about that quite a bit, about utilizing diamonds or being able to buy more time Temple of Time cards, which could be in the future, even if they're a little bit more expensive. I think a lot of players would go there. I did Taylene. Should I go for Solus or Brutus? Billy, I would go for Solus. The big thing is Solus is used in so many formations, especially when, again, you look at the Twisted Realm, you look at the Cursed Realm. Also looking kind of generally what they said is coming in 2023. It seemed like there was going to be quite a bit that is going to be changing. Cursed Realm, Twisted Realm related. So let's go, guys. 7 copies or 7 pulls in here. Let's see what we can pull out of here. There it is, guys. We just got the single copy, and there is another copy. Very, very nice. That is the luck that we're looking for. We want one more out of here. Would be ideal, guys. Come on, 1 or the diamonds. I want to see either. 3 more. We are close. And the diamond pull is... It is another copy. There we go. Very, very nice. That gave us 2 more copies. So we got 2 copies of Taylene with what we spent. We got 2 copies of Kanisa and Rook with what we spent. So that is awesome, guys. That is absolutely what we were looking to do today. And again, new year. We're bringing it in with a bang with the summons in here. And there is Mythic Plus Taylene. Couple more copies. We can equip all of that furniture on her. And then, of course, 2 more copies of Kanisa and Rook. We can do the exact same, guys. We will be able to put all of the furniture on Kanisa and Rook, which is awesome. You know what day we're getting the regular scrolls? I think it's probably in another day or 2. Everything with the events, guys, start tonight. They actually start on server reset tonight on the test server, which means it's going to be a couple days before it is up on the global server. But I believe they're going to do the same for the 100 scrolls, guys, is we're going to see the 30, 30, then what, 40? So they spread it over 3 days of like a login event, similar to what they do like honorable offerings, where it is over a couple days you get all of the resources out of there, which again, I think that's the exact way that they're going to be doing it. Let's use our chests in here, which are going to be easy. 14,000 essence, guys. Now, overall on this account, we have been gaining a lot of levels. Absolutely a lot of levels. There's Tresnar, which is awesome. A lot more food. I'll show you the Elder Tree as well, because the Elder Tree we have been building up kind of like crazy as well. Copy of Thane, and again, just more food. This is going to be a crazy amount of recycling in here, guys, with the amount of food that we have in here, which is awesome. It's very cool. So Elder Tree, we're going to get another level, which means 157, guys. 157 in the Mage Tree. We'll have 157 next time. In the Ranger Tree, 117, 110, 105. So 105 is my lowest tree in here as we continue to power this thing, guys. Yep, January 4th should be pretty cool. Should be close to the summons. When I finish Audrey or Kanisa and Rook, honestly, I would probably do Audrey. The big thing, Kanisa and Rook, and the reason for it is kind of why I'm on the fence, guys, is the problem that we're finding is if you look at the King's Tower, guys, when you start getting to the Celestial Tower, you have one team that is really Taylene or the Awakened version of Taylene. The other team is Audrey. It is really the only two damage dealers we have in here, which are kind of, again, the driving force in here. If you're missing Audrey, so if we take Audrey out of the formation, I mean, possibly running like double Taylene if you have Taylene built, we're missing the damage in here. A lot of the heroes in the Celestial Tower are support, are not big burst damage healers, which is the reason why when you start getting into two teams, it's incredibly difficult. Where in the Infernal Fortress, even like I said earlier, I'm running Kanisa and Rook in here, and Kanisa and Rook is doing incredibly well in here in terms of survivability. So I've ran Kanisa and Rook through a bunch of different teams, actually a bunch of different levels in here, and they have pretty decent survivability without having the furniture, without having the engraving, without being built out. Kanisa and Rook are still doing pretty well within the fortress. But again, the driving factor in there is, of course, the driving factor of Lucretia is really the big one. Definitely completing. Yeah, that's the problem that I find. Get them all at least to 107. Yeah, we're close to 107. The big thing, Alfred, us that I do in here is making sure that I have these two capped. And again, when you look at the mage tree, when you look at sorcery, and when you look at celerity, these two trees are almost every primary damage dealer that we have in here, which is the reason why I built it out. I have, what, 2 more levels here, which if we did the reset, we probably have more than enough food to actually go through and build out a lot more copies of heroes to actually recycle. And again, within the store, I didn't even buy my card out of the store. Look at that. I'm gonna have to find out some more tower progression to buy another card. And then of course these we keep 1,000, but guild store tier 4 stones are the focus. Barracks, guys, I buy everything. You can see 17 days, we have 53 already, which means when I recycle this, or in 17 days when this resets, I will probably have enough hero coins to buy everything in here again, which of course down here is a lot of Twisted Essence. This one we are just focusing on buying out the Emblems of Space because we know Mulan is coming. And then Challenger Store, guys, we finally got Athalia done. We have Zolrath done. We have the Dimensional Heroes done, which I've been building out. Orthos is going to be the next one, guys. So we're continuing through there. Thank you, Aviv. Did I miss the giveaway? Nope, not yet. We'll actually do it in a couple minutes. I do the subscriber giveaways, guys. I love doing the giveaways. It is such an amazing part of doing the live stream. So let's see, we're gonna have to pull, there's 400 there. We gotta get there. Let's go do, we need Arena, we need Labyrinth, we need Purchase what? Guild Store, Twisted Realm. We'll get there. Guys, I'm gonna have to make sure that I do my 15 Arena battles today, which Arena, for me, just because of where we're at, we're ranked 2 right now. But you can see the power difference, guys. 3 billion, 122 million versus 308. The strongest player next to where I'm at is actually relatively far down the list. Right here. Even 308, 207, 165, 199. So we're pretty high when it comes to the power-wise in the formation. That is due to levels, guys. We have made an absolute incredible amount of levels. 676, we're almost to 677 already when it comes to the progression, guys. We're making an insane amount of progression. What's going on, William? Yeah, Morale absolutely for the Twisted Realm. But it's tough in there because of the builds. That is really one of the big ones, which there's 30 more stones. Could that be an Awakened Hero if we have enough to summon? We do. Let's see. Is it going to be an Awakened Hero, guys? Again, we've only pulled one ever. Boom, it is Titus. So unfortunately, not a copy in there. We are VIP 15. So we have been 15 for, roughly probably a year and a half. When the engraving started, that was kind of the point where we stopped putting anything into this for a considerable amount of time. And again, now we limit it to about $100 a month, is the cap that we put in here. So again, this kind of sits, it's gonna be a long time before I actually get there. But I know within the temporal rift, that's gonna make a big difference because of course the purchases in here with the temporal feedback gives us 1600 essence, which in the temporal beacons, guys, is huge. So as we continue to level this up, it's going to probably cap again. There we go. So we're already 33, 30, or 34, 34, 34. So again, just making a lot more progression in here. And I run Warrior Ranger support, has been working incredibly well with the heroes that we have in here. Grand Hunt, of course, is going to be up pretty soon. Make sure you push your guys another week because of the rewards you get in here. You want to be pushing every aspect of AFK Arena just because of the sheer rewards that you get in here. But power leveling helps them for the treasure scramble. So the big thing with the treasure scramble is the big thing with the treasure scramble is very PvP focused. If Lilith's going to make Awakened Soulless figure, I'm 100% getting it. Yes, the Awakened Soulless. So they made the statue of the Chimera. Chimera, I believe, was the only one that they made at this point. I would love to see an awakened version of Soulless. There's a couple in here that I think if they did like a statue like this one, guys, do you know how massive an awakened Brutus statue would be? That would be just an absolute monster. Now, I know they did Chimera. This was the only one that they have done so far. Not sure if they're doing anymore. I think the statue was a couple $100, so I don't know if it was a little bit pricey, but overall you did get a new avatar frame. You got the Chimera one in there. Happy Halloween. What's going on, Rambola? That must be so much money. I've been playing 3 years buying deluxe. Yeah, it is. It is quite a bit, guys. The VIP level, I believe the highest player is in, what was it? I think last was like 28 or 29, so VIP level 29. Which again, when you look at heroes like Julius and stuff like that, it is absolutely kind of crazy. Happy New Year, Pateo 1. Oh yeah, guys, it's going to be an amazing 2023. No longer optimal strat as RC leveling lately. The big thing with the optimal, I mean, the resonating crystal level, guys, you really have a couple driving factors in here, and that is the reason why overall, in my opinion, the crystal levels are still the biggest impact because, of course, when you look at the crystal level, guys, the higher this crystal level is, the higher that you're going to be able to push the King's Tower because of deficiencies. Campaign, not really a big part, but the towers, guys. The towers, of course, are going to yield Stargazer cards, are going to yield time emblems. This is one of the absolute biggest reasons to push the resonating crystal, guys, is the towers we have in here. And if they do, or when they do add that dimensional tower, it is going to be the exact same thing. It is going to be a big driving priority, guys, for the resonating crystal to be able to push this tower. I don't even care if you have all of the heroes built out. When you get to the point of, 120, 150, 200, 200 plus level deficiencies, you're not going to be able to make progression in these towers if you do not have the resonating crystal levels. Also with this game, anything that they do with martial ratings is going to be based on the crystal level. So the hunting fields, the abyssal expedition, things of that nature, again, are going to go right back to the resonating crystal level for where you're at. There's a lot of events, again, that go off of this when it comes to the power of your heroes. Can anyone tell me how to build first in the Charizard? Mahira, Khazard, currently thinking Mahira. Yeah, build on Mahira. If Khazard dies, the one bopper, if Khazard dies in that formation, it doesn't make a difference. The plus 30 SI still works. Building up Mahira a little bit for survivability will work incredibly well. I just figured out I had to do a stage manually. 290 deficiency is heavy. Yes, that is absolutely. Andreas, if you're doing a almost 300 level deficiency, it's just going to be time. That is really the big thing, guys. Even when we start going through these formations, as the level deficiencies just continue to increase, it is going to be sheer time to get through these, guys. It is going to be auto battle. It is going to be repeat to the point that the RNG factor is going to click. you're going to go through a stage and it is going to be essentially completed at that point. Have you played Wither 3? No, I have not. I have not, Michael. I play right now Eternal Evolution on the second channel, and then I also play, of course, AFK Arena here. Are the only two that I've really been playing for quite a while. A lot of it is kind of the time aspect of it. I've even cut down quite a bit with the faction accounts over in AFK Arena. Again, just with the new year, the time factor is huge. The time and effort to put, either I'm going to put a lot more effort into this account to make a lot more progression, to continue going through AFK Arena content, or spreading it amongst a bunch of different accounts, which I feel like my biggest benefit is really making the progression here versus kind of spreading all of the time and effort to a bunch of different accounts. And again, guys, the RNG aspect. Both Arena and Campaign give you far less rewards compared to Cursed Realm and Twisted Realm. Yeah, I agree with you. There's a point where power leveling isn't necessary. And it even seemed like the letter from Don, from what I kind of got, Philip, was they're going to do a lot more within the Cursed Realm and the Twisted Realm in the future, which means that there could be a lot higher need to build out heroes within there. Again, it's going to take some time to see exactly what it looks like. And honestly, I'm pretty excited to see what 2023 really does bring. I had a question. Would it be possible for Lilith to give us an option to change an awakened hero for another? We've talked about that before. What's going on? Marco is here as well. Should I take Awakened Thane to 1-star or go for Zolrath? Athalia or Zolrath. So the big thing is, guys, Athalia works incredibly well within the tower. If you plan to engrave the hero, Slim would be really the big thing. There's no reason to take a hero to 1-star if you're not going to do the engraving, if you don't have the engraving mats. So I even did the same when I had Valoris. I did the same with a couple other heroes, guys. You have to see, if you don't have the engraving mats, there is no big reason to drive a hero up or to actually level up a hero much further. If you don't have the mats to engrave it, just wait and essentially build it up. Zolrath, however, is a big priority to have the furniture on. You have to have Zolrath to the 3 of 9 furniture. If not, it's not going to work in any means. Zolrath is unfortunately almost useless if you do not have the furniture on Zolrath. Yeah, exactly. That's my thought. VIP 29, I mean, you're talking probably $1 million plus, which is insane. Would it be possible? Yeah, again, Ghazi, they might. We've seen a couple of scrolls in the past that have been reset scrolls. They could. We've never seen an option to swap the Awakened heroes, but if they do, my Awakened Disease is gone, guys. That'll be my absolute first hero to be gone. Will be the Awakened version of Aziz. I will swap him away in a minute. I haven't used him, not literally once, maybe fodder within the Celestial or the Hypogean Tower, but overall, guys, not used anywhere, which is kind of crazy. Yeah, Nevi is amazing, guys. Nevi is another hero that has to be built out, but Nevi is being used in a lot of different places. Again, like we say this with a lot of heroes, Twisted Realm, Cursed Realm, even the Temporal Rift, even the Grand Hunt, Nevi is being used. PvP, Treasure Scramble, Nevi is being used. Very unique in buffing the entities in those situations, which is the reason why she's being used so much. When do you unlock different towers? I'm not sure exactly when you unlock the faction towers. I think it's like 18, maybe it's chapter 18. I don't think it's much further than that. I think the faction towers are about 18. And then the Celestial and Hypogean Tower is quite a bit further than that. But again, I'm just trying to remember. And there we go, guys. Thorin Cheese gets it done like he always does. 1-star Lucretia or Anna, I think Anasta, Lucretia. Absolutely, guys. Lucretia is still probably one of the biggest top priorities in AFK Arena. Lucretia will do insanely well. Even now, does incredibly well. Palmer, 209.30 is where we want to build out Palmer. Marco. Yeah, it brings Aang to AFK Arena. They've talked about some crossovers. We're going to have to see what happens with the crossovers. I think there's going to be a lot of stuff that is going to be coming with the crossovers and the crossover events, guys. All right, so I'm going to hop over. I'm going to do our viewer give back. We do this every single time, guys. And there we go. Lucretia actually destroying it there. 45-20. And again, campaign progression. Even looking here, guys, you don't really get much. We got 30 amplifying emblems for completing 45-20. That's it, guys. That is all they literally gave us for completing the stage was 20 amplifying emblems. Right now, I'm sitting on 2,500 emblems, which again, there's really not a big reason. All right, guys. So let me hop over. Let me get this up so we can do our give back right here. So the membership gifting, again, this is something that I love doing. Every single stream, guys, we do membership gifting. So if you're here, sometimes we do it in the middle, sometimes we do it at the beginning or the end, just because of the different viewers. We have almost 120 people in here right now, guys, which is kind of crazy. Yes, don't forget the time, the TG card. Let me finish the stage, or did we finish it? Nope. And then we'll go ahead and we will buy out that time emblem, because I will forget, guys. We have a lot of stuff going on in the new year. So let's see, guys. We got Billy, Ghazi, Andres, which is awesome. So we got some new players in here. Roy as well, and Anthiex. Congratulations, guys. We gifted 5 memberships for the New Year's. It just takes a minute for those to show up in there. And there we go, guys. There is the victory, 45-22. I feel like at our levels, we could make a lot more progression in 45, probably even close out 45 as we're in here right now. Again, it's just going to take time, guys. The amount of time and effort it takes to go through the campaign, even with the auto battle, is incredible. You literally have to sit here. Copy formations is, of course, easy, but then you have to auto battle until they are complete. It just takes time. It just takes a lot of time, again, to get these battles down, guys. A lot of RNG, a lot of attempts after attempts after attempts after attempts to go ahead and get these down. Welcome to the dark side. Congratulations to everyone who got the memberships for this stream. We stream almost every Sunday, guys. I know the holidays kind of threw it off a little bit, but we absolutely do our streams every Sunday. Sometimes I do them during the week, depending on what my schedule looks like. But on Sundays, I love, again, sitting down, doing the streams with you guys, being able to gift the memberships. It is very, very cool to see. And Scarlet is just getting run over by Baden. Baden in the campaign, the original version of Baden, is very, very strong, difficult to deal with. When you use him, he doesn't really do much of anything, which kind of stinks. But overall, guys, the RNG aspect, we have to get lucky with Mishka doing her ult in here to really get this this battle down. But we made some solid progression, guys. I'm very, very happy with the progression. Boom. We need 3 more copies and furniture can go on her. Almost be done. Same with Kanisa and Rook. I know we bought a little bit, but again, guys, this is the old school pay to win account. And I think I can do the exchange. I was just thinking about that right now. Or we did the exchange. Maybe we didn't do. Let's revert. Let's revert this, guys. We're going to replace. So I'm going to replace these 3 with Valoris. And the reason for this, guys, is Valoris, we are actually going to a grave. I forgot to do this last time. Most players have never used this. So I can actually swap my 5-star Celestial or Hypogen heroes for other heroes, which means that we can take Valoris and we can actually put a star on her. 9 of 9 furniture definitely needs on her. The more we build her out, the better. But there is Ascended Valoris 1-star, guys, to unlock the engraving. Again, with our engraving, I'm saving the mats right now because we have Kanisa and Rook. And we also do have Taylene, which right here, we almost got enough for 2 heroes, but both of those are going to be a focus in the future, guys. So as we continue to build these heroes out, we need more mats. It's never going to end. The mat, the consumption, the essence, the engraving mats, it is never going to end, guys. But that is the way, that is the design of the game. It is never going to end. The progression through here is never going to end, which is kind of crazy. I have high investment for most dimensionals. Yes, dimensional heroes, hopefully soon, guys, we will see the dimensional tower. I'm hoping very, very soon. Is the Awakened Baden better than the original? Yes. So funny enough, guys, the original version of Baden was actually used in quite a few comps, which he is right. I always seem to lose him. He's right there. So I built him out quite a bit. He was used actually in the Twisted Realm and the Cursed Realm. But even looking at the original version or the Awakened version will do more damage even at a base level than we see with the built out version of Baden, which kind of stinks. We need some reset scrolls in here. I would love to, again, see an Awakened reset. I would actually swap him to the Awakened version of Baden in a second, meaning that we would have him completely built out, which would be awesome. See you later, Peter. Have a good day. I'm in chapter 30. I reached 240 and feeling lost. Do I collect rewards and pushing campaign every single day from now on? Big thing, Comer, is the towers. Absolutely. The towers, you want to push the towers as much as you can. Push the campaign. Once you hit 240, it does make a difference when you go through there. You can make it pretty fast. You can go through there. Should I build Wukong or Frampton? Build Frampton. Guys, Frampton requires a high investment, but he does work incredibly well. Wukong, unfortunately, is not used for anything. Even having him built out, guys, even the Celestial Tower, I do not use Wukong anymore, which, again, kind of on the fence with if they're going to do an Awakened Wukong or would they do an Awakened version of Flora. I know Sanity was talking about it last stream we did. An Awakened version of Flora, I think, would be very, very cool to see. But it would be awesome. 1-star Lucretia or Alna. Absolutely Lucretia, guys. Lucretia, the stronger you build her out, the better she is going to perform. Alna doesn't need the star. Alna doesn't need engraving. What's going on, Andreas? May I ask you if it's worth 5-starring the Awakened Heroes? No, not at all, guys. If you're putting money into the game, if you're building out the heroes, guys, building out the 5-star heroes or building out the Awakened Heroes to 5 stars, I do not recommend unless you're putting money into AFK Arena. Keep them at 1 star. They will do incredibly well at 1 star. Now, we do this because of the Cursed Realm, Treasure Scramble, things of that nature. I have a majority of them built out to that 5-star level just for the simple fact of building them out. Now, looking back, if I kept them at 1 star, the difference between 1 star and 2 star fundamentally doesn't make that big of a difference. When it comes to the stats that it adds, I would rather have more Celestials and Hypogean heroes than having them up to 5 stars. Again, if you're free to play, if you're a light spender, things of that nature, you can build out a lot more heroes within these two factions than building them up to 5 stars and actually burning all of the cards that we use to get them to 5 stars within the Stargazer. I could already have probably everybody else built if I didn't get them to 5 stars. There's no reason. I wish we could get more Poke Coins. Yeah, I know Poke Coins, they come, I mean, the biggest place, guys, Misty Valley. If you want to get some Poke Coins, Misty Valley is good. Again, when you look at your account, guys, there's always going to be things to build. No matter how much you put in here, there are always going to be things to build, always going to be heroes to build, whether it's engraving, whether it's signature items, whether it's furniture. There's always going to be something to build within AFK Arena, and that is by design. I got a double Awakened Tailene yesterday. Oh, very nice. I wish I would have gotten a double. That would have been amazing. Where do you find the guides for the Temporal Rift? Really short of Reddit, guys, or being in a Discord. I have a guide section on my YouTube channel, which covers a lot of them. We covered a little bit earlier when the Rift was coming out. Unfortunately, for a lot of content, so a lot of the creator content that players put out, like White Sushi, in season, a lot of different players, it's pretty minimal with the visuals that players put out. AFK Inside is probably one of the big places, short of some of the Chinese guilds, that we still get a lot of information. That's why even some of the guides that I've shared recently have been from the Chinese servers. They translate them roughly. We have a couple guildies that do the translation. The campaign is kind of endless. Yes. The campaign actually goes to, I believe it is 55 now. I believe it is 55. Here's 54. With the next patch, chapter 55 is going to be coming out. When players start getting into the new chapter, they pretty much release a new one. The big thing with the chapter, guys, is the rewards are not really there. They need to up the rewards to give a reason for players to actually push progression within the chapter itself. They're more focused even on that letter from Don, more focused on the Twisted Realm and the Cursed Realm than what we use, than what we actually see with the campaign focus or the campaign progression. So that is definitely changing, guys. So, all right, so that'll do it for our New Year's stream, guys. Again, thank you guys for joining me. We did awesome on the summons. I'm very, very happy with what we did today, being able to talk to you guys and actually having conversations. As you know, if you've joined the streams before, is one of the things that I absolutely love to do, guys. It is awesome to be able to do these streams. So we do these every single week, if not one time during the week, depending on, again, the schedule. But every Sunday we try to do our stream. This is the normal time, or this is the early time. Usually it's at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So depending on where you live. So again, guys, that'll do it for our stream for today, guys. Have a happy new year. Set your resolutions and write them down. It is said that if you write down a resolution, you are 70% more likely to accomplish it or continue it going. So again, do I have Solus? Yes, I have the awakened version of Solus. She is pretty built out right there. But again, yeah, there might not be a guide up yet. There might not be a guide up yet on Reddit, but again, look back, guys, at some of the other ones. Always having the guides in there. So again, that'll do it for our stream, guys. Have a good and happy new year, and I will see you guys soon. And as always, thank you guys for watching.